Hey, wait a minute. This isn't the LO booster? Where's the beam rifle? Hello everyone, this is Modeling with Variety, and today we're taking a look at the third entry of the SNAA 1-144 series of model kits, that is the Achilles. And it might be the best one yet. Let's take a look. Looking around the box, it's slightly bigger than the Grace, having the RG aesthetic like the previous entries, matte finish for the premium feel, and everything is mostly the same aesthetically with the box of the Grace so far. Opening the box, we could see that as far as I know, everything here is polystyrene. No ABS, so that's great. No clear parts, surprisingly, because knowing SNAA and their penchant for the common China plamo aesthetic of putting clear parts in anywhere, any chance they get. Sharp details, molding, and nothing really seems out of order. Standard affair for SNAA as far as I'm concerned. Let's get it built up and see how it looks. Yeah, we're not doing that. I don't know about this. I'll just start with what I found to be the worst thing about this kit. Since everything else is just positives around the board. So, what I found that is the build experience is, from what I remember, comparing it to the Grace, is much worse. Mind you that the Grace and the Achilles are almost the same kit because of the frame. But the frame on the Achilles, when I built it, everything fitted a lot tighter than what I remembered. It was like building an actual bootleg model kit rather than something that came from SNAA. Because from what I remembered, I mentioned nothing but praise about the Grace's build experience. From what I remember, it was close or even equal to Band-Aid quality from the last video. But now, how come it went this way for the Achilles is beyond me. Far from beyond exquisite this time, SNAA. Anyway, as I mentioned, everything else is perfectly equal when compared to the quality SNAA has established for themselves. Sharp molding, sharp details are all over this model kit and are represented perfectly out of the box. Except for two seam lines on both arms and the shoulders, but that's not really a big deal. This is essentially a basic modern master grade like the Origin Gundam and the Luna Maria's Zaku Phantom, if I remember correctly. It has a basic inner frame with little to no mechanical detail, which is totally fine since 99% of people don't really care about the frame. And don't you dare lie that you display your Origin Gundam without its armor. Another improvement that I saw with the overall design is that the chest build is more in line with what you'd see typically with these kinds of robot designs, whereas the Grace previously had sort of a squished cat design. So I really like this design aspect change, or sort of a more armored feel, so to speak. And lastly, there are no stickers. All the small details of the Achilles are plastic pieces, from the eyes down to the small thrusters of the legs. While I did mention that while I did mention it to be a con back in the Grace review, I'm glad to say that this isn't the case with this kit at all. There isn't a detail as small or as cumbersome as those mini grenades of the Grace. So on that aspect of the build, I'm glad I don't have to deduct points out of something that's amazing overall. I'll mention something nitpicky, but to get to that, let's move on to the articulation and accessories. There are a lot of articulation in this model, so I'll just bunch it up into sections. Head section. Torso section. Arm section. Waist section. Foot section. Backpack and weapon binders. Here's the nitpicky part. The peg here on the manual is a square rather than a circle. I get that it's supposed to be like a stability measure where it might be too noodly when it gets loose over time, but that's true for all model kits regardless, so having this as a square hole just gives me an awkward single bend, where having a circle hole would make the posing of this sword holder thing infinitely better in my opinion. Anyway, the accessories are just, of course, nine hands, open hand, and holding hands. That's it. For the conclusion, I'll put it into bullet points for you. Pros: a great out-of-the-box build. Sharp details. Amazing articulation. Essentially a basic master grade, but a lot smaller. Superb value. Premium feeling. Every major accessory can be held. And the cons are, it doesn't have a stand, worse build experience, and because of all those spiky details, a pokey posing experience. All in all, I can't really say a lot since this kit, like its predecessors, the Hunting Falcon and the Thunder Insights Grace, came out and did their jobs extremely well. Even it does look like a color matched Geminas Elo booster, especially at this price point. And that's about it. If you like what you saw, leave a like, share if you want, comment down below your thoughts and opinions about the kit. Did you get a better copy? Please tell me, because that's my biggest concern. If I got a lemon of some sorts, if that exists in model kits. And as always, thanks for watching.